Right now, after resolving a 13-year-old cold case last week, a new bill is looking to give a longer sentence to people who hide a baby's death. Also, people will be able to cast their absentee ballots in person tomorrow, what they need to know before casting their vote early. And caught on camera as two vehicles shooting at each other hit one another head on. You're watching News 3 now at 6. A legal change could make it easier to send someone to prison following the closure of a major Dodge County cold case last week. Naomi Coles explains.
Baby Teresa's body was found nearly 13 years ago near the town of Theresa, but it wasn't until last week that police finally announced they'd arrested her mother. Investigators believe the baby was born dead or died shortly after birth, and her mom told police she'd passed out during the birth, then taken the baby in a plastic bag to hide in the woods. Now prosecutors want the option to sentence others like her to a much longer sentence.
This incident shocked our Dodge County community when it occurred.
For more than a decade, baby Teresa's family went unknown in Dodge County. The question unanswered about why her body had been found in the woods.
Today, we can provide that closure. This case has been resolved.
On Friday, her mother appeared on a single charge in court, concealing the death of a child. But the clause uses a legal term that limits the sentence to a year and a half behind bars.
I was surprised that the charge for hiding the issue of a woman, given the range of behavior covered by the statute, was so different from other charges related to hiding a corpse.
The same day, Area Representative Mark Bourne introduced a bill to bring the maximum penalty for this charge in line with those for hiding someone's corpse, 12.5 years. They could have brought that charge if they'd been able to prove the baby was born alive.
It's a pretty straightforward bill. I mean, it's literally changing an I to an F to make it a Class F felony. So I don't think there's too much complexity in the bill to understand what it does. I think it's more of the debate as to what the proper level is.
He believes it was an oversight from when similar laws were updated a decade ago.
People didn't recognize the parallel with this statute.
Now, most of the legislature's work is done for this year, however. So while the bill's been introduced, not much else can happen until the next legislative session.
And let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
It was a lovely day to get a little bit of time outside, especially for a Monday to enjoy that sunshine. Temperatures this afternoon in the low 70s. We're still at 71 right now, but a little more cloud coverage starting to build in, and that's in front of our next rain event for tonight and for tomorrow. So we're still mild outside, but temps expected to cool down over the next few days. 72 currently in Janesville, about 68 in Monroe right now. Compared to this time yesterday, that's a 10-degree difference over the last 24 hours. Plenty of sun coming through for our Monday as we look at our visible cloud track, but you can see that cloud coverage starting to lift into the area. We will become mostly cloudy overnight. Then it's going to get a little rainy outside for Tuesday and colder. High temperatures on Tuesday in the upper 40s, breezy with wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour and scattered showers throughout the day. But we'll take a closer look at how long this rain sticks with us in just a few minutes.
We're learning more about a crash involving an alleged stolen vehicle that blocked the Beltline on Friday. Police said the vehicle was reported stolen out of Sun Prairie. Officers tracked that vehicle as it drove east on the Beltline until it crashed into another vehicle near Monona Drive. 6 suspects, all between the ages of 14 and 18 years old, allegedly ran from the scene, jumped a median, and ran into westbound Beltline traffic. 5 were arrested right away, while a 14-year-old boy reportedly jumped off a bridge over the Yahara River and into the marsh. Police used boats and thermal imaging to find the team. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is leading an investigation into what caused a deadly crash last night near Edgerton. This happened in the 500 block of Albion Road, south of Edgerton Road, just before 9:30. Officials say the driver lost control and their car hit a building. The driver and passenger were ejected and pronounced dead at the scene. Their identities haven't been released yet. Alcohol and speed appear to be factors in this crash. Another deadly crash last night, this one on County Highway C in the township of Chester around 6:30. Dodge County Sheriff's officials say a man veered off the road while approaching a curve before hitting a tree. The 87-year-old died at the scene. This crash is under investigation. A suspect is in Rock County Jail after allegedly assaulting a woman and leading police on a chase. Janesville police responded to a disturbance in the 3900 block of Milton Avenue just before 3 a.m. A woman reportedly reportedly told officers that she had been assaulted, taken against her will, and that the suspect was armed and impaired. Officers located the suspect near Center Avenue and Joliet Street, but the suspect drove away when officers approached. During the pursuit, the suspect allegedly rammed a squad car to avoid arrest. The officer inside the vehicle was not hurt. Eventually, the suspect ran off the road and was arrested in the 1800 block of Waterford Drive. They face charges of operating while intoxicated, recklessly endangering safety, and fleeing. Well, it's a video you have to see to believe. A Ring camera in a quiet Milwaukee neighborhood captured what happened when people in two cars opened fire at each other. Amazingly, only one person was injured in the shooting and collision near 77th and Lisbon. An 18-year-old was shot. 7 people were taken into custody, 3 of them minors. 2 guns were found at the scene. Police say criminal charges will be reviewed by the district attorney's office. In-person absentee voting sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? But it is a way for people to ensure they cast their ballots without needing to worry about getting to the polls on Election Day. You'll have a week and a half to do so as we reach the fast-approaching spring election on April 5th. Will Keneally has those details.
That's right. Early voting starts tomorrow, which means voters can request and vote on an absentee ballot at the same time. You can usually do this at your clerk's office or at other locations like a public library. The April election will be a little different this year. The state Supreme Court ruling threw out the use of unmanned ballot drop boxes for this election. Janesville City Clerk Lori Stotler explains that it doesn't mean that drop boxes aren't available.
We do have a drop box in our lobby that is manned and staffed by the clerk's office. And so people who are just dropping their absentee ballot off can not wait in line and go ahead and put it in the drop box in our lobby.
Turnout is expected to be low this spring, around 20%, according to Stotler. She says this has been in decline since the beginning of the pandemic. Voters can early vote starting tomorrow through Friday, April 1st. After that, voters will have the option to vote on Election Day.
Democrats in Wisconsin want us all to recognize what they view as essential truths, not just through words, but legislative action. In an empty state assembly chamber, lawmakers reintroduced their Economic Justice Bill of Rights. The package includes progressive policies like a push for collective bargaining and changes to the criminal justice system. But the package likely won't go anywhere. The legislature has gavelled out for the year and likely won't return until January.
I mean, these are things that Wisconsinites overwhelmingly support. We have Wisconsin on our side. Republicans can continue to walk away and turn their backs on us and to the people of the state, but we're going to continue to march forward. We're going to build a coalition of champions with us.
The legislation was first introduced as a resolution last year and reintroduced earlier this month. Congressman Mark Pocan was at the news conference and thanked state lawmakers for their local efforts. Governor Evers is announcing new funding for minority-owned businesses. He says the state has allocated more than $600 million in relief funds to minority-owned businesses to make sure they get the help they need. The governor had originally said $75 million was designated for the grants, but he announced more funding is available, bringing the total to $86 million. First District Republican Congressman Brian Stile held listening sessions in 3 towns today. At the Clinton Village Hall, constituents heard about his stance on local issues as well as global ones like Russia's use of cryptocurrency to fund the invasion of Ukraine.
I've been a leader on kind of this niche policy area of cryptocurrency, a leader in this niche area of financial sanctions historically. They've now really started to come together as we look at what Russia's doing to try to avoid U.S. sanctions.
Stile said that being available and accessible to residents is a vital part of serving as their representative. Wisconsin will soon receive more than $400 million in a national opioid settlement. About $130 million will go to the state for opioid abatement efforts, while about $300 million will go to communities to help them better address the opioid crisis. Wisconsin will get its first of 18 annual payments on April 2nd.
It's going to be really important as this funding comes into Wisconsin, that at the state level, we will be working with all those different counties and municipalities that will be receiving funds as well, to make sure that we're leveraging all of this funding that is coming into the state, and that we're doing our best to not duplicate any efforts.
4 major drug makers, including Johnson & Johnson, finalized the settlement plan last year over their role in the opioid addiction crisis. Coming up on News 3 now at 6, an injured bald eagle gets a second chance at life after it was struck by a vehicle. And some big changes are underway on State Street as crews make room for a brand new development. We'll tell you when it's scheduled to open.
Watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 now at 6.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Look what just $20 a month will get you when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Senator Ron Johnson, when I lost my husband, he made sure he reached out to me. He made sure I had everything that I need, and still, pick up the phone and call me if you need anything. He always says that a lot of people say things when they don't know. I said, I just wish people knew you like I knew you. So the best advice I could ever give a person is, before you listen to what somebody else has to say, please get to know a person for yourself.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Oh, my back.
Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Well, luckily, Slumberland has a big Sealy sale. Look what you can get for $20 a month. A Sealy Posturepedic mattress and a power base. And you'll pay no interest for 5 years at Slumberland Furniture.
Demolition is underway to make room for the latest large-scale redevelopment in the State Street corridor. In December, the Madison Common Council approved the 10-story Olive Madison development. It's slated to bring 386 housing units and more than 23,000 square feet of retail space. The building is currently set to open in the summer of 2024. A Canadian mining company with an exploratory license appears to be moving ahead with plans to drill for gold and copper in north-central Wisconsin. Greenlight Metals of Toronto says the Bend deposit, located within Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest in Taylor County, contains 4 million tons of mostly copper and gold. The Reef deposit, which is roughly 12 miles east of Wausau in Marathon County, contains around 454,000 tons of gold reserves. Wisconsin DNR spokesman Ben Callen says the company needs more approvals before it begins drilling. A bald eagle is back in the sky after recovering from a serious injury. In December, Lafayette, the bald eagle, was struck by a vehicle, breaking his ribs. Lafayette was found in Lafayette County, hence his name. He was initially treated by the Dane County Humane Society before moving to Who's Woods Raptor Center in Milton, where he spent the remainder of his 3 months in rehabilitation. It took some teamwork and some time, but eventually Lafayette was able to get his wings back. Yesterday, he was set free and took flight once again. Still ahead, an international hockey tournament is coming to Wisconsin, where you will be able to watch and when it is scheduled to start. Plus, raising awareness of Down syndrome and the other condition some babies could have, and it could be deadly, that parents don't even know about. And we could see some rain for most of the week. Dana will let us know how much to expect when we come back.
Get up and go! the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go!
Did you know that you can switch to a 5-star United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plan today? Hi, I'm Joanne Fisher, your local sales director in southern Wisconsin. I'm thrilled that the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has awarded a United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plan in southern Wisconsin 5 out of 5 stars for quality and service. If your current Medicare plan isn't meeting your needs, you can switch to a 5-star United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plan at any point during the year. You don't have to wait until the annual enrollment period to take advantage of a low premium 5 out of 5 star Medicare Advantage plan that includes medical, prescription drug coverage, and more. Plus access to a large number of local providers and benefits that can help you live a healthier life. My local agents are here to help you learn about the benefits of enrolling in a 5-star Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. Call 1-800-861-6889 today or visit uhccanhelp.com to take advantage of a 5-star Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big Spring Thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our Spring Thaw sale. Save 22% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Crispy fish with that spicy kick. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
It is World Down Syndrome Day. Every year, the CDC says about 6,000 babies in the U.S. are born with the condition, which is the result of having an extra chromosome. Babies with Down syndrome can also have a heart defect at birth. Mandy Gaither has one family's fight to save their baby after being told he may not make it.
Before Weston Hendershot was born, his parents were blindsided. First told their baby boy would have Down syndrome, then learned he also had a heart defect.
You have all of the worst thoughts going through your head. You know, will our little guy make it? Will we see him be born?
The parents say doctors weren't able to answer those questions either. But in October 2020, Weston was born at Cleveland Clinic Children's. Still, his heart was struggling.
A heart condition is, life or death. So the more you can get knowledge for yourself, the better.
Weston's doctors did an echocardiogram, which is a graphic outline of the heart's movement.
To demonstrate signs of pulmonary hypertension or elevated pressures on the right side of the heart.
Weston's doctor says that's common for babies born with Down syndrome. In fact, he says about 40 to 50% of babies with the condition will have heart problems. 6 months after he was born, Weston went through surgery at Cleveland Clinic to repair his heart.
He is thriving at 17 months. He has 100% heart repair.
Weston's parents didn't know heart problems were common in babies with Down syndrome. That's why his mom says getting an echocardiogram is key. It let them know of the problem. While doctors continue to follow Weston's progress, his future is bright.
Bye-bye.
The purpose of World Down Syndrome Day is to raise awareness about the condition and also urge people around the world to advocate for full inclusion for those with Down syndrome. And having said that, I raise my bottle of water to my sister, Michelle. Cheers to you. And now to my other sister from another mother and another father. Cooler temperatures are on the way, including some chances for rain. Here's my sister, Dana.
I know Charlotte was a fan of today's weather. Sunshine, temperatures in the low 70s. It was really pleasant outside if you're a fan of the warmer temps. My bad news news for those who did enjoy the sunshine. Things changing a little bit over the next few days. We have rain showers building in tonight, mainly after midnight. That's going to stick with us through the middle of the week. Along with the rain, it's a little colder outside. Our temperatures are going to pull back for afternoon highs and for those overnight lows. By the weekend, though, we're back to sunshine, sunny skies for Saturday and Sunday. That means dry weather for the weekend. Doppler track's quiet right now in southern Wisconsin. We have rain to the north and rain southwest. Temperatures today in the low 70s for us, heading into northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, and southeastern Minnesota. This actually lines up perfectly where our fronts are currently located. It's always great when our temperature map really lines up with what's happening in the upper atmosphere. Notice that breeze coming in from the south. We had warmer temperatures today. This warm front lifting a little higher than initially forecasted, but that's what brought us the really comfortable temps this afternoon. Sunshine now becoming cloudy. This evening will be mostly cloudy overnight with showers building in along this cold front. And as the system passes over, it does get colder outside by the end of the week. Mostly cloudy right now, especially for southwestern Wisconsin. But the rest of it really builds in by midnight. The showers build in mainly after midnight. That leads to scattered showers throughout the day on Tuesday. We could have some dry moments mixed in, but it's going to be a day where you want to keep the umbrella in the car just in case you do need it. Some of these showers could be a little heavier for us at times. This continues Tuesday night into Wednesday. Occasional rainfall throughout the day on Wednesday. Wraparound showers might bring some light snow early in the day on Thursday, but this isn't going to lead to much accumulation for us. Rainfall totals in the 1.5 to 2 inch range. So a measurable amount of rain coming in the next few days. That's some good news for us. Things a little dry outside right now, and plus having things spaced out over the course of a few days instead of just all coming in one afternoon. That's better for the ground to be able to absorb it. But it is going to be a little soggy, a little muddy outside by the end of the week. 49 the high for tomorrow, so we're backing off quite a bit for afternoon highs. Breezy outside, wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour with that rain coming in. And again, colder. Temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday and Friday staying in the 40s for afternoon highs. Overnight low temperatures for the next few nights staying above freezing, but then we drop below freezing. So our overnight lows below freezing heading into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday should be dry with high temperatures in the low 40s and some sunshine. Overnight low temperatures, though, dropping down Sunday morning into the 20s. The same goes heading into Monday for the start of next week. So again, a pretty big pullback compared to where we were at yesterday and what we saw today. Rain expected for next Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures by the middle and end of next week, likely trending back closer to average near 50 for afternoon highs, and then back above freezing for our overnight lows.
World-class hockey is coming to Madison. The International Ice Hockey Federation's Under-18 Women's World Championships will be held at LeBron Arena and Capitol Ice Arena from June 6th to June 13th. It was originally going to be played in Sweden, but was canceled due to COVID-19. This is the third time that the U18 Women's World Championships will be held in the U.S. and the first time here in Wisconsin.
And coming up in sports, spring football is here for the Badgers. Why Paul Chris says it's his favorite time of the year. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Everything seems to be more expensive these days. Everything costs more. Ron Johnson should be helping families like us, but he seems to have helped himself instead. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. He's doubled his wealth since taking office. It doesn't seem fair to me. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Cars is having a huge winter sale with the largest selection of vehicles under $15,995 or $249 per month. That's right, don't miss out on our winter sale with the best selection of SUVs, cars, or vans under $15,995 or $249 per month. We have one of the largest selections of vehicles in Dane County with over 500 vehicles in stock. So just come on in and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol Gobin. Go to Gobin Cars, east or west.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchamuk.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Pick up a gallon of DuraClean Interior Flat Paint for only $14.98 after sale price and mail-in rebates.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Tomorrow morning, plants for a good price while helping the environment.
It's a win-win, how you can take advantage of the deal before it's too late.
And our next weather maker will make for a soggy morning. We'll tell you what you'll need to know from 4:30 to 7 tomorrow morning.
Wisconsin football is back. Well, officially the Badgers kick off spring football tomorrow, and Paul Christ is a huge fan of spring ball. I mean, he said today that he loves this time of year. And for this group, there's a lot of new heading into the 2022 campaign, whether it be on the coaching staff or the returning Badgers, which is why over the next 4 weeks, learning is the #1 priority.
Spring is a time where we're going to try to push guys outside of their comfort zones, and we want them, it sounds weird to say this, but I think there's some truth to it. You want them to make mistakes and want them to learn from those mistakes. And if you can learn from something in March or April that can help you in September, October, November, December.
Last night was Brad Davidson's final game in a Badger uniform. And even though his career's ending was an abrupt one, he left a legacy at Wisconsin that will be remembered for a long time. Davidson leaves UW as the program's all-time three-point leader and is top 10 in points, steals, assists, and free throws. He started more games than anyone as a Badger, and Gard is really going to miss his senior leader.
He's been special. You know, he's been special. Can't say enough about him. I knew this day was going to come at some point in time, but I said from a coaching standpoint, I couldn't have asked, and we couldn't have asked of anything more. He's given absolutely everything he's had to this program in so many ways.
And Gard is one of 4 coaches named a finalist for the Naismith Coach of the Year award this season. Remember, he took the Badger team that was projected to finish 10th in the Big Ten and led them to their 2nd league championship for the last 3 years. The winner will be announced on April 3rd. And this is bittersweet news because everybody thought they would still be playing this week in Chicago. But
wow, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah, so he's probably excited about that, but then he realizes that the season is over.
Right. Okay. Dana, final check.
I know. I'm also bringing bad news. It's not going to stay sunny outside for us right now. Rain in the forecast moving in tonight. It gets cooler outside for the next few days. Scattered showers for Tuesday night, and for Wednesday. That rain might transition to some wintry mix early Thursday morning. Not concerned about accumulation, though. Just know that's going to be pretty muddy, a little messy outside for Thursday and Friday, and then dry and sunny by the weekend again.
Hey, mud could be fun. Okay?
Yeah. Football's coming back. That's
mud.
what it is.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We got it.
We'll see you back here at 10.